All right, that's about to be a real good video, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button for you, brother. All right. So I've been sitting on this information, man. I've been waiting to get it out all week. Perfect time. Christmas Eve. All right. I was looking up the story of Santa Claus and I done fell into some deep shit. The North Pole. So first of all, when they tell you about Santa Claus, you're a little kid, and you grow up, you're about 9, 10, 11, and you realize it ain't no Santa Claus. And then you forget all about Santa Claus and the North Pole. It's a slick move. The North Pole is very important to all of humanity. A lot of people then lost the knowledge of the North Pole, right? Rupert Niagara, they call it a phantom island. It's believed to be 33 miles wide, right? That's that numerology, at 33. We're going to dig into that. All compasses in the world are pointing towards the North Pole. So that let me know that there is a strong magnetic force at the North Pole, right? And this dude who made this map right here, his name was Mercator. All right. Mer, like mermaid, really means water. So it's just crazy that he had that name, Mercator. This is basically the ripple effect, where all life come from. All life come from. Let's dig into this Christmas mythology, right? So you got the reindeers, right? The magical reindeers that can fly around. All right, up there by the North Pole, there just happens to be a mushroom that's grown. All right, the organic mushrooms. All right, Amenium muscaria. All right, and these mushrooms are ate by these reindeers. Right, these reindeers eat these mushrooms, and when they eat these mushrooms, they start acting a little loopy. They get a little crazy. They getting high off these mushrooms, yeah. All right, they're magic mushrooms, and the deers get to acting a little crazy, right? So this is also the land of the pygmies, right? And this land right here, where the cursor is pointing to, it's the land of the pygmies. Pygmies were short black people. They said they come from the North Pole, right? And Mercator map show you that the land of the pygmy is right there by the North Pole. These people one line. These people are very, very short. This is where the elves, the elves come from. Santa's helper, where Santa is really just center. The center clause. This is the center clause. Santa, Saturn, Satan, all the same. Satan controls time. Saturn controls time, ruled by Chronos. If we look at the chronology of something, we're looking at time placement, right? So yeah, these reindeers they eat the mushrooms that's grown around the North Pole, and they get high, right? And the pygmies they was eating it too. They was getting high too, right? And when you eat these mushrooms, you get so high that you get close to God, right? I never tried them. These is the mushrooms. Look like Santa Claus, right? Also like Mario Brothers, Medio Brothers, me to you, the me to you. These is the mushrooms. Look like Santa Claus. Joe Rogan said Santa Claus was a mushroom. All right, so the reindeers eat these mushrooms, and legend is you would take the mushrooms and then you have to dry them out, so you will put them over the fireplace. All right, this is where you get the stockings. The stockings come from this too. All right, and stringing things up, right? Stringing lights up, stringing everything up. All right, so yeah, all these you can find these close to the North Pole, the center of the Earth. It ain't even really the North Pole; it's the center pole, and this pole is connected to a star system called Polaris. Right, there's a star that sits right up underneath this. Now the pyramids of Egypt, they sit up underneath some stars too. They pointed directly at some stars too. They are just copying what's really going on in the North Pole. All right. A lot of people don't got the knowledge of the North Pole. But if you look nowadays, you can tell who the people who got the knowledge of the North Pole, they usually use the symbol of the cross or the symbol of the X. The Jesuits. The Jesuits got the knowledge of the North Pole. They use groups like the NOI and the KKK. All right. You think about the KKK, their symbol was the cross, the red cross. Just think about the red cross. All right. These is all Jesuit tools. All Jesuit tools. They use the symbol of the cross or the X. And I said the NOI because look, his name was Malcolm X. They used the X too. They all had the knowledge of the North Pole and the powers of the North Pole. All right. So yeah, you got these mushrooms that grow there. Also, yeah, like I said, Mario brother told it's all based off the knowledge about the North Pole and God, the true God. Because when you look at this like this, you see that everything is intelligently designed. There's no this. You're not here by chance. This is intelligent design. All right, the way this is all set up, and we just watched the movie The Matrix just came out too. All right, and we gonna deal with that. The Matrix and the letter M. All right, so yeah, the North Pole. They got trees that grow around the North Pole. The only trees that can grow around the North Pole are these so-called pine trees, right? Needled evergreens as opposed to broadleaf. All right. So they got these needle evergreens. These is the Christmas tree, right? And usually the mushrooms grow underneath the tree. All right. The presence under the tree. That's the real presence. All right. The presence of God. The real presence. All right. So you got the tree, the pine tree. All right. This is the only tree that's really close to the North Pole. All right. And it's the pine tree, right? The ancients talked about the pine tree. They talked about the pine cone, all right, and how important the pine cone. Pagan gods of Babylon, Egypt, Mexico, and Greece were associated with the pine cone, all right, and the staffs of these gods were often adorned with the pine cone, all right, the pine cone, the pineal gland, all right, that sits in the center of the human, right, as above, so below. You got the macro and you got the micro. All right. The seed of our consciousness is the pineal gland. And the seed of this realm that we living on, all right, this realm, which is real M, the real M is the magnetism. All right. All compasses point to this one source, and this one source has to be a magnet. All right. And it comes to a cross or X. X marks the spot. That's where the real treasure at of this earth. The real treasure of this earth sits at the North Pole. And they want to hide that secret so bad. All right. The ones with the secret wear the emblem, they wear the cross. They're the one with the knowledge of the North Pole and what's at the center of everything. All right. This is the shit Tesla was trying to give out, that free energy. All right. Donald Trump with his symbolism, MAGA, make America great again. Only way you can make America great again is free energy, magnetism. That's why he called it mag. And you got half the people hating, half the people that like it. But it was a show. It was this theater. It's the God show. It's the God show. Even in Mecca, they walk around the black box, the black stone. All right, they showing you. They walk around 7 times, but this is man-made. This box was man-made. The Rupus Nigra, this was made by God. They really what they doing is just praising man. Right? For some reason, man has always had a problem with God. And man is basically the devil. That we speak of, right? And the devil has implemented his own matrix. He implemented his own system, right? God has his system. He has his laws, right? And everything is fair. Everything is equal. It's magnetism. But they praise Zeus. Zeus, the god of thunder. Thunder and electricity goes down, right? Sometimes in a spiral, like the six. Thunder and electricity goes down. Magnetism goes up to God. All right. When a baby is born into this world, while he's in the womb, he's close to God. He's close to the universal God. Then, when the baby is born, they hurry up and snatch him out, cut him from that umbilical cord, that's tethering him to God. And they want to get him in the system as quick as possible and get the God out of you as quick as possible because you're born with God. It is what it is. But their job is to take God out of you as quick as possible, right? Go to Sumerians with the pine cone. All right. They let you know they had knowledge of the North Pole. The Egyptians did too. That's why it's called Christmas. It's the Christ mess. Mess was a bread that they used to eat in Egypt around this time, December 22nd. To December 22nd is when the sun is at its lowest point. All right, so from December 22nd to June 21st, the sun is on an ascension. And from June 21st back around to December 22nd, the sun is on a descension. There's this beautiful dance going on with the moon and the sun. And at some point, right, when it's the summertime in the North Hemisphere, this dance goes around all year. The sun and moon does this dance, this beautiful dance. They meet up at the North Pole, and yes, it's sex. Actually, it's friction. Friction is electricity. It's the spark of life, and it happens every year, right? This is perpetual motion, just straight perpetual motion. Once magnetism is turned on, it can't be stopped. Electricity is limited. Magnetism is not. That's why magnetism is God. All right. It all started from the ripple, that ripple effect, right? Just like life for you started from the center, and then it grows out from there like a radio wave. The pineal gland, right, sits at the center of the human being, right? These people walk around Mecca, right? But they're really copying what goes on at the North Pole and what goes on above. Because when they circling around like this and they wearing that white like that, they representing stars, right? The stars that's basically in the firmament. These stars that's in the firmament that turn around the North Pole. They're spinning around the North Pole. All right. Mecca was constructed by men. Okay, yeah, Santa Claus, Santa Claus. White man with the beard. Some call him Santa, some call him Satan, but it's really basically magnetism and the story about time and how time came to be. All right. Now, when I say the Jesuits, they understand the cross, they understand the power of the North Pole. They also understand time and Saturn. This is why they worship Saturn. They want to control time, basically. Right. That's why time starts with the T. It's the cross. All right. That Jesus died on. So this is why they worship Saturn, they worship Kronos, and Kronos sits at the center. This is about the rings. All right, the Lord of the Rings. All right, there's been many lost books about the North Pole. People have been trying to tell us about the North Pole and what's going on at the pole and why it's so deep and why it's so important. Really, it proves God. You don't have to believe, right? Because Moses came down Mount Sinai with the law. It was basically the moon laws. It was already the law was already laid down, right? Now they'll tell you stories about Hitler going to Antarctica, but they don't tell you that he went to the Arctic. He was in search of the North Pole. Hitler had power. He had the knowledge of the North Pole, right? Because if you look at the swastika, it's the same thing. It's the X. It's the X marks the spot. It's the four corners of the earth, right? This is ancient symbology. The ancients knew the power of the North Pole. They knew that this is where life comes from, basically, right? And then it spreads out. It goes out. It starts from the center. That's why most life is in the North Pole. And further you go out until you get to the Antarctic, you see less life. But the most life is close to the North Pole. All right, so there's some origin stories for you right there. All right. So yeah, the ancient swastika is everywhere. All right. And it's all about the center. All right. Everything bridges out from there. Everything bridges out from the center. Center clause. All right. They turned everything that's sacred is scary now. Everything that's sacred is scary. All right. The ripple effect is they didn't turn it into the Reaper. All right. Saturn, and they turned it into Satan and Santa, right? There goes the four corners of the earth, same symbol, the cross. All right, you see, the Jesuits have the knowledge of the North Pole and how true energy works, the free energy works. Do you think they want to give up their power? No. They even use this for athletes, like I've been showing. The number is this rock is 33 French miles, right? So 33 is magnetism. Think about Magic Johnson, right? He's Magic Johnson. He has the Magic Johnson. He's basically Osiris. All right. Osiris was cut into 14 pieces. All right. And then Isis saved the penis. The Magic Johnson. All right. Magic Johnson, born on August 14th. 14 pieces. He's magnetism. He draws a lot of attention. So he's used by the Jesuits to push their agendas because his numerology and his name is magnetism. He could draw a lot of attention. He could be an influencer. Most influencers have either 11, 22, 44, 33 numerology, right? But you see the 33, that rock that's in the middle, that's in the center, the mid of L, the mid of L, the mid of God, and that even the letter M, even the letter M is the 13th letter. There's 26 letters in the English alphabet. The letter M sits right in the middle. It's the 13th. Magnetism. Magic Johnson. Magnetism. All right. He even wore the number 33 in college. All right. Even over here in America, they got the knowledge of the North Pole. Right. This is Osiris. This is the Magic Johnson of the universe. This is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. What you see the 8, right? This is basically 18 or 81. Remember Kobe Bryant scored 81 points. This is it. With the Vesica Pisces in the middle, right? Basically the fish of Jesus, right? I know you seen the bumper sticker with the fish on it, representing Christ. All right. It's because Christ is magnetism. He died with the crown of thorns on him. That's basically a Toro field, the Taurus field. All right. So yeah, this shows you right here that they have knowledge of the North Pole. And like I said, sun and moon, they're doing their job, which is basically lighting up the world. All right. But at some point, sun representing father, moon representing mother. Like moon is mom, moon. All right, like Monday, the same thing. They come together at the North Pole. They get very close, and basically, it's friction causing electricity. All right, for the ether. All right, and that's what sex is. Sex is friction. That's what it is. All right, causing the spark of life, power, the power button. They know about the North Pole, the power of the North Pole, and it's electromagnetism. But like I said, electricity is limited. It's the sixth god. The magnetism is the nine god. Remember Michael Jordan wore number 9 in the Olympics. He wore number 45, which is a 9. He's the rising star. The sixth god is the one that's following. That's electricity. All right. The magnetism, which is what this world is made out of mostly. 90% magnetism, 10% electricity. So the magnetism should be first. So it should be magnetic electricity, ME. Instead of EM, it should be ME. The ME is for what? ME is for me. This world is working for me, for all of us. It's not against us, it's for us. It's the ME, magnetic electricity. All right, you got the power button. Look at the ripple in the water, the pyramid, right? Then the eye above the pyramid. But the same thing is going on down below. As above, so below. All right, but you see the ripple effect, right? North Pole sits at the middle, tethered. The, the umbilical cord connects it to Polaris, the center star. It's tethered together, connecting us to the heavens. God sits right above that, all right, outside the firmament. The firmament has what they call stars fixed to it. But what is really going on is that these stars that we think we see are really just holes in the firmament. And that pure light, that which is God, is shining through. Right? That's why the stars are so important. It's outside the firmament sits God. And the ancients been telling us this for years, man. I could pull up picture after picture after picture. Let's do that, man. Right. The ancient cosmology tell you, look at it, the dome, the tree of life sitting right in the middle. The tree of life. They all said it. The Egyptians, the Norse, the Hindu, the Mayan, they all said it. It's only these devils coming trying to trick us, right? Look, God sits outside the firmament, the great deep. They don't even know what's underneath the oceans. The fuck y'all gonna tell us what's up in the sky? Get the fuck out of here. Pyramid sits right in the middle. And those pyramids is probably faux pyramids, probably fake pyramids, right? This is the story of Atlantis. This is the real story of Atlantis. This is the lost city of Atlantis that they don't want to tell us about. All right. Now, like I said, the reindeers, they eat that mushroom, right? And ain't it crazy that the Bucks won the championship last year? The reindeer, it got a gland, right? It got a gland. It's got a musk gland, right? And it comes from eating this you know, eating this mushroom. And the gland, it gives off a musk, gives off a real musk, right? Comes from eating this fungi, right? And they noticed that it was secrete, and the ancients figured that they could put it in some medicine. And you know what? That medicine, it healed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to have the knowledge of the North Pole and how powerful the North Pole is. You know what I'm saying? And this is basically showing you the Lord of the Rings, right? And we stuck in the middle of it. This is another ancient map, another ancient old map. Will just show you the North Pole, right? Santa Claus is there with the gifts ready to bring. And there's gifts from the North Pole. Because what Mercatus said is that the waters rush in and go down into the earth, right? Being basically recycled. This is just showing you intelligent design. This is why they just pollute the ocean. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, because they know it's being recycled. They hate God. These people really hate God. You see, all the continents is there. There's really only two continents, really. But yeah, but in the center, the centaur, right, the bull god, and the centaur sits the North Pole or the Center Pole. All right. Resurrected Roman Empire 911 built within the cube. Saturn worship, cube worship, 8 points of time and space. Right? Here you see the snake in the number 8. Here you see the cube, right? Is loop. I just watched the Matrix. They was talking about loops, these loops that we be in, right? And sometimes you have deja vu. That's when your mind have a dream in the future. The Matrix, the system. They want to get the parents out the house as quick as possible. The parents got to go to work, leaving the kids there. And hopefully the kids get put into the system, the daycares, the kindergartens, and all that. Sooner they can get them in the system, the better. The quicker they can get God up out of them. They're already born with God. Right? It's the devil job to get God up out of you. All right, so yeah. Electromagnetic effects associated with UFOs. Now, I gotta throw this in here because I always notice this, right? That when they have if anything's going on with UFOs, they always use magnetic devices to track how much radiation is going on. You know what I'm saying? They want to check the vibes out. All right, the 33 degrees. The rock is 33. These are the people with the knowledge of the 33, right? And they don't want to let you know. All they want to let you know is electricity. Now, Ben Franklin went out with a kite and a key, and he discovered electricity. and they put his ass on $100 bill because electricity is basically money. The ones who did the most for this country and the currency, the current of the sea, the electricity, they get put on the front of the money, of the currency, right? Because Tesla was talking about magnetism, right? Perpetual motion. He understood the earth. He understood what the ancients knew about the earth. All right. The magnetism. Mount Meru, the MM. The MM. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's keep it moving, matter of fact. All right. You got the zodiac. The zodiac is the circle, right, with the sun in the middle. But now that you know this information, you know, right? The middle is actually the earth. All right. This is it, y'all. Now they have no real pictures of Mount Meru. This might one of these might be, but yeah, all compasses point to the North Pole. We just trying to get us back. They're trying to get us back. All right. See Jesus Christ with the sun. Jesus Christ with the sun. All right, when a baby is born, the baby is with God. But then, you know, he gets untethered from his mother. And he's trying to figure out something. And the thing that he's trying to figure out is balance. He wants to get balance. This is why babies is falling around everywhere. All right. So our whole life we start off trying to get balance. All right. We want to have balance. All right. Okay. Because we got to talk about Israel. Definitely got to talk about Israel. All right. Isis, Ra, and El. Israel. But come on, yeah, we know these people, man. Why would they ever put the mother first? Unless it's some trickery involved, right? They would never put the mother first. Israel, Isis, Rael. They would never put the mother first. The real way they would spell it, right? It's the father first, Ra, Isis, El. And what you get when you put all that together, right? Let's bring this together. When you got Ra, Isis, El, you want to raise raise electricity, right? To transcend from this plane, from this realm, right? The real M, the real magnetism. They put it to us in reverse. It's all inverted, y'all. Everything is inverted. That's why a lot of people think Jesus Christ is Lucifer because it's inverted. It should be raised L, raised electricity. Right? Because we are inside of this circle. And the circle is basically the cirque of L. The circle of L. See Jesus with the torus field. That's the torus field. It's like the Earth has a torus field from the center, the North Pole, bringing gifts to everybody, except for the ones that's been naughty. Except for the ones that's been naughty. The Cirque of El, right? The story is about Cain and Abel, right? Or cannibal. The left and right hemisphere of the brain, right? In that story, the left hemisphere of the brain, which was Cain, ate his brother. 8, the number 8. The torus field. Starting from the center. Let's keep it moving. All right. The magnet is magic. Like I showed you with Magic Johnson, the magnet is magic. This is a magic earth. This is a magic earth. There's the pineal gland sitting in the center, right? The seed of consciousness, right? The ancients had knowledge of it, knowledge of the center, knowledge of magnetism, all right? That's why his name was Michael Jordan, start with an M, right? That's why I called the Matrix, right? Starts with an M. That's why it's called a BMW, all right? The M for mother or Mary. That's why her name was Mary, all right? And what Mary had a little lamb. The fleece was white as snow. Jesus, I am the Lamb of God. And then they killed him, and then he came back 3 days later to become the Lion King, just like Simba or Symbol. Let's go. It's the I, brothers. It's the power button. It's the I. It's Mecca, right? Here goes Buddha. The dot over the third eye. Buddha had knowledge of the North Pole. Let's do this right quick. See something right quick. Mount Meru 140. Vatican Secret 140. All the people you see with the cross, the Jesuits with the cross. The KKK, you could tell where they came from. They came from the Jesuits. The NOI, they came from the Jesuits. All trying to sway humanity and divide us. All right. When we are really all unified by magnetism in the center of the earth. Where else would God be? They hide this shit in the most simple places. They turn the ripple into the reaper. They turn magnetism into magic. Word of God 140. Access to heaven 140. It's tethered together. This earth is tethered to the heavens, right? This is the center of the universe. They call it the geocentric model, right? Versus the heliocentric model. The heliocentric model is just inverted, it's perverted. It's the law of reversal. You take everything and you just reverse it, right? That's why evil is lived backwards. They're living backwards. They put the moon first. They put Isis first, right? The moon is the mind star, the moon star, or the demon. Who worship the moon? What group of people worship the moon? Right? What group of people want to control time? It's the Catholics. It's the calendar's named after Pope Gregory, the Gregorian calendar. It's showing you they want to control time. Who controls time? It's just Kronos, Saturn. They just did a ritual of Astro World in honor of Saturn. What sits at the middle of all this? This is the truth, though. This is the true cosmology. All right. Mercator went around building maps. They got dirt on everybody in history. Everybody in history, they got dirt on their name. George Washington, Christopher Columbus, all these motherfuckers. Mercator is like the only person who got a good rep. And he made his map like the ancients made their maps. Right? Like how we see in nature with flowers. I start from the center. The good smelling part comes from what? The center. And everything blossoms out, flowers out, but it starts at the center. It starts with the center. Right? This is the sacred geometry of this earth. Right? Now, like I said, electricity goes down. Right? And it's chaotic. Look around on Christmas Day. People with a lot of money, they got a lot of lights. They got the driveway lit up, trees is lit up, the house is lit up, electric bill sky high. They don't care because you can monopolize on electricity. You can't do that with magnetism. Magnetism is from God. It's for everybody. It's equality. It ain't racism at all. They rather hail Zeus, right? Keep us all under wraps. Yeah, Mary had a little lamb who came back to become the Lion King. It's the zodiac. Nature is God. Nature is God. And yeah, like I said, MAGA. Why you think they hated it so much? It's free energy. It's magnetism. From who? From God. MAGA. The alpha. Magnetism. Made you hate it. A good movie to watch about this subject would be In the Tall Grass. There's a rock, right? An alien rock in the middle of the tall grass that has these people going through a time loop, right? And some people, like this guy right here, he touched the rock and he got all the powers and the knowledge of the rock. All the powers and the knowledge of the rock just by touching it. You think the powers that be have touched this rock and then chose to do evil? Right? Kanye West, he represents magnetism too. Another 33. Drake, another 33. Magnetism. The Jesuits used them because they have the knowledge of magnetism. They have that knowledge. They can use these puppets. They can use these puppets. I was gonna show Kanye West with Marilyn Manson at the church, and they were standing in the middle, right? At the church got the cross on top, and they're standing in the middle, and there's people going around in a circle, all right, just like how things work at the North Pole, right? Just recycling. A zygote, right? A zygote. How life starts. Same thing. Vesica Pisces. The tree of life. And they got the agents out here running around. Just like in the Matrix. They got the agents running around. And what he say in the Matrix? Millions of people walking around unaware of what's going on. This is what the agent said. Agent Smith said this. The one. Neo was the one, right? That makes Trinity basically the zero, the code, the binary code, the one and the zero. That's still the North Pole. The pole representing the one, Earth representing the zero. And our energy and life coming from that 0 point, right? That 0 point. Now, these are star trails, right? The Earth is stationary, the stars are moving, the planets is moving. The sun and moon are having this dance. And eventually they come together. And this causes friction, which produces energy. And this happens every year. Right? December 22nd, the sun is at its lowest point. At its lowest point. There are hundreds of scriptures that suggest the earth is a stationary object and flat. According to 1 Chronicles 16:30, it states that he fixed the earth firm and immovable, which means the earth is an immovable fixed object within space. There he is, the bull god, Baal, right? And at the center is the whole, right? Souls in, souls out. Both arms up, sun and moon. You even see the bull at the stock market. Yeah, they lie about everything, man. This is just it's just crazy. They lie about everything, man. But they'll tell you the truth, which is crazy. They'll tell you the truth, but the overall census is a lie. Like the other giant planets, Neptune is a ball of gas. Where are they landing? What are they landing on? The fuck are y'all landing on? Because this right here just says it's a ball of gas. So you landing on a ball of. All right. Anyway, the Jesuits is fucking KKK. Yes. Swaying society. You know what I'm saying? The Jesuits got these people just pulling off hoax and hoax and hoax and all for the Jesuits. And the Jesuits is only in power because they have the power. They have the knowledge of the North Pole, which is magnetism, and that must be kept a secret, right? And it's only because it's Christmas. And I was looking up some Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Just some origins of Christmas. And it led me down this rabbit hole like Neo in the new Matrix. All right. The girl with the rabbit, he had to follow her, just like Alice in Wonderland. And then you see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All right. You see the Pope with the red and white on, just like those mushrooms. And got the hat of Osiris on. They know the ancients. They know the power of the North Pole. They know about God and they can't stand him. And he can't stand their ass. God loves the divine feminine. Yes, it's true. It's a fact. God loves the divine feminine. Don't give a damn about a Magic Johnson. Cyrus in 14 pieces. The mid L. The mid of L. The mid of L. All right. Like I said, that baby, when that baby is inside the mother, that is you're close to God. Do you come out and you get your balance and you're trying to get your balance enough up, raised up. You want to raise your L enough that you can go back to God. All right. You come from the placenta, the place where you are sent to, the place to enter, the placenta, the place to enter. The silver moon for the mother, the gold god, right? For the king, for the father. It's globalism, right? The false idol. The globe is the false idol. All right. You see how the M is the 13th letter, sits right in the middle. Magnetism. Mount Meru, 1313. 26. The Alpha and Omega. Even when you meditating, you anchoring yourself. You're anchoring yourself like Mount Meru. You're centering yourself. Right? Centering those chakras. To get in touch with who? The creator. The realm, the real M, real magnetism. And if you look at the Bible, the Bible even tell you the church was the problem. Who killed Jesus? It was the church. Jesus came back and tried to tell them niggas what to do, and they said, "Oh, nah, we can't have you. We can't have you doing this." And what Jesus say? He wanted them to go within. He said, "Woe to ye lawyers! You inhibit the people from going within." They know. He said, "Y'all know where the kingdom of heaven lies within. Y'all hinder the people from going within." Yeah, we gotta get rid of you. And he died on the cross of symbolism. The cross, the mid of veil, right? 5 wounds, the 5 senses of the physical body. And then you transcend into the fourth and fifth dimension, sixth and seventh dimension, several dimensions, right? That's why they call it seven heaven. It's really several heavens. So yeah, the pygmy told you. The pygmy will let you know. All right. They come from the North Pole. They went lying. And this is the city of Atlantis, right? Look at the city of Atlantis. What you think they talk about? They talk about the North Pole. That's the lost city of Atlantis. Mount Meru, Mer for water. Right? That's why they say it's underwater. It's Mount Meru. The Mer is the water. Maritime law. Right? The mermaid. Mer is water. Mount Meru, just like the earth. Look at it. Circular. It's circular. With everything stemming out from the center. Right? Just like we see in nature. Just like we see in nature. It was called the Gregorian calendar. Right? Electricity only make up 10%. They say we only use 10% of our brain, right? Which would be the left hemisphere of the brain. And God said in the Bible, give me that. He wants you to tithe 10%. That's the 10% he talking about. These people are crooks, bro. These people are crooks, bro. And but they'll give you clues. This is the weird part about it. This is what I don't understand. They will give you clues, and then you got to decode this shit. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I help somebody out, man. And y'all please hit the like button, man. Share the video. What's going on, man, with y'all up in here? I think we had a bot right here. This is a bot, not this person. Shout out to you, Miss Elizabeth, Samaya Elizabeth. But I think this is a bot right here, Vortex. Are you a bot, my brother? Yeah. The placenta, the place where you enter. Man, that was cold, man. All right, please, y'all hit the like button for your brother, man. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, you know what I'm saying? And yo, Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas.